day begins. There are ghosts and ghouls with greenish skin. So close your eyes and you will find that you've arrived in Frightenstein. Perhaps the Count will find a way to make his monster work today. For if he solves this monster mania, he can return to Transylvania. So welcome where the sun won't shine, to the castle of Count Frightenstein.
Hello and welcome to Frantic Friday, the only show where you have a bunch of idiots that suffer for you, as I posted out there in the Facebooks and the X's and the Twitters and the Truths and everywhere else where you can find this insanity happen. Hello everyone, it is the Comic Relief Crusader here, ready for another laugh, ready for another show. We got a really good show for you tonight. And as we always do, we got our gifted brand of pundits to make everything try to make sense for you the best way that we can. So let's bring them on, shall we?
If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits?
Admiral Teague. Oh, I love that.
Hello there, this is the Admiral Teague, and I'm feeling like I may have gone a bit too far in a few places. Hi, Mike.
How's it going? I love that avatar. Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here, doing a couple of rails before the show. So,
have you seen my girlfriend? She's a pig. I need this.
Exactly.
I mean that literally. No disrespect, Piggy.
Pop Culture Republic, how's it going, man?
How do I follow up Kermit the Frog with questionable substances? I had to come.
It's a coping mechanism. We all know it.
Oh yeah, it's a coping mechanism. We all watch current TV.
And the clacky, geeky leftist Tom, how's it going, man?
I watch current TV.
Hey guys.
Oh hey.
Oh my god.
I missed it. What did I miss? Oh no.
Oh, just
my
look at avatar. Yeah.
Just look up Kermit.
Oh wow. Oh Kermit.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Kermit?
It ain't easy getting the green to do the things I do.
Doesn't Kermit have enough energy to begin with? I don't think he needs that. He's super energized.
Oh, where do you think it comes from?
That's right, folks. Never stop
That's
trying.
right, Joe. Yeah.
So.
Like he's already wired. Oh my god.
I want to thank everybody that's in the chat showing up so far.
Oh,
Killer Rabbit from space, how's it going, my man? Yes, apparently he's suffering in Winnipeg, covered in a blanket of snow right now. Dude, I feel so bad for you because Manitoba and Winnipeg in particular is just a hellscape during the winter.
Well, didn't you get hit? You guys got hit earlier, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, we got hit.
The Maritimes are more like Vancouver used to be. We're like warm as heck here right now. I'm actually
Damn
sweating.
you.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in Texas, we are pretty warm here. It's like second summer here in Texas.
Yeah, it's like that here today.
I've struck a deal with Saruman to keep it beautiful all winter long here in the Shire.
I want that deal. So, Christian Delorme, how's it going, my man? Nice to see you. And we have the illustrious Lenrod. Hail home slice. What's up, my dude? And we also have Vince Womack. How's it going, my man? I'm glad that you're here as well. So, yeah. So, God, I can't get over that avatar. That's beautiful. So,
oh goodness.
Next thing I'm gonna see is probably Miss Piggy in a thong with dollar bills.
No.
I
have so much worse than this. I have Kermit watching porn on a cell phone.
Oh, I bet you do. So, and hail to Ray Lucar. That just makes it in the nick of time. Isn't the blanket of snow normal conditions for Winnipeg? Yeah, it pretty much is. And it lasts until April, like here in Alberta, practically. So,
People in Winnipeg realize they live in a place that's tough to live in. That's why they went out of their way and said, what's the most failed name we could give our hockey team?
exactly.
The Jets!
The Jets. So,
Yeah, the city is cold as hell. I remember going through it a couple of times when I was traveling across Canada. It's so
it
cold.
is. It's so cold. My God. It's like you have to wear 24 layers just to get moderately warm.
Guys, it's 50 degrees in New York City in December. That shit is bitter.
Oh, damn. So, how was everybody's week so far? Doing pretty good?
Everybody.
Well, let's see. Monday, I was on a show, and I remember about half of it. I woke up kind of drunk. It turns out that math is a real thing. You cannot drink 40 drinks and be sober 12 hours later. So I'm sorry to everybody else on the panel and Mike and our guest for being a little bit tipsy last week when I woke up. But, you know.
Actually, that was this week. That was this week.
That's right. I'm sorry. On Monday.
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Yeah, whatever. It started out as a really bad Monday, and then the next thing I know is like, yeah. So these things happen.
It was the day ending in Y.
Yeah,
exactly.
And my true personality traits. My true personality traits came out. I was a little bit rambly and insane, but it was also like not mean or insulting to people. So I apologize for being a little bit out of it, guys. It happened when your job is to be a YouTuber, kind of like, you know, you work at home and it's like, oh, I've got a day off. And then you look at your schedule like, oh, no.
You found the tolerances within where you can work. That's the way to go.
I'm not keeping really bad liquor in the house anymore.
There you go. Pop Culture Republic, how you been doing this week?
Doing pretty well. Did a test live stream last night. I believe it went pretty well. Finally got my computer in a place where I'm happy with.
Nice.
So everything is functioning, and I should be back in some kind of rhythm here pretty soon.
Awesome.
Yeah, but do you have a time loom like the moron scientist from the show Loki?
No, I have not seen that part of it, so I have no idea what you're talking about, and I'm rather glad I don't know what you're talking about.
Skip it, watch my review. It's
now.
There we go.
I actually started Secret Invasion last night, the first episode. I'm
filming. Oh, you hate yourself.
I have to watch everything. I'm a geek. I will watch everything. So
on that one,
life is too short for bad TV. Friends don't let friends watch bad TV. Don't do it.
Give you a tip.
Go and watch something you enjoy.
Yeah. Watch Disparu cover it. I'm being honest. He's very thorough. Even like you don't want to waste like your time with a 35-minute episode of Secret Invasion. What you want to do is listen to 55 minutes of Disparu fucking making one hilarious joke after another while also accurately sussing apart the plot. Honestly,
I know Nick Fury's made to look horrible. I will say that.
Yeah,
and the girl in it, what's her name? She's kind of hot. We were talking about her a couple weeks ago. I will say.
Don't worry, they're going to start nerfing her looks real soon.
Oh, there was something you wanted to mention there, Tom.
Oh yeah. Well, first of all, I just came from my first commercial shoot today. I had to do a commercial thing. Good. I'll get paid for it, but my gimbal died literally before I started the shoot. I'm like, I had it set last night. It was working fine, and then it just up and died. I was like, son of a. Oh well, I did it hands free, but yeah, the fates are fighting me, but I shall win. But I want to talk about something. Like I'm kind of the video game geek here, as we all like do stuff. I wanted to bring out 2 points. First, just a quick, unrelated to anything we've ever done. If anybody's here a Metal Gear Solid fan, Konami just released a Master Collection Volume 1. It has all the original PS1s on it. It's more show from the HD collection that was released in PS3. It's not really much different and stuff. And there's going to be a part 2. So look forward to that. It's going to be awesome. But remember we talked about Spider-Man about a month ago or so about the pride flags and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I guess the game's doing amazing. If you don't pay attention to pride flag stuff, it's a brilliant game. It is a good game. They say the swing physics, everything. If anybody played in the new series of the Spider-Man games, they're amazing. I just go play them. But the Middle Eastern, and Indian stuff like that, they removed anything LGBTQ related.
Oh, everything. Gee, I can't imagine why.
Yeah. So if you want a version with none of that, just get their version.
There you go.
Guys, you know what? To be honest with you, if you want to give money to a cause of people who have absolutely no idea what the fuck they're doing, transgenders for Palestine, they're out there looking for money.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Also, I'm giving money to Klansmen against Cubans. That's my new fucking cause.
Nice,
what the fuck?
You're such a good man, you.
I'm self-deporting.
And hail to Das Wolfen that showed up. And of course, we got our illustrious warrior, Wendy the Trauma Warrior.
Hello.
How's it going? Hello, panel and chat. I'm in my office lurking, ready to pull the trigger on a smart ass comment. God, I love you. And that being said, with smart ass comments, let's get to stupid news of the week, shall we?
Uh-oh. Are we prepared for this?
Oh, we are, because this is going to make you feel so dirty.
This show has made me. This show has ruined me as a human being because every week the news has gotten progressively stupider.
That's right.
Oh, it has.
Society's getting dumber.
Brandt is hired by Dove to promote fat liberation, despite ruining white students' life over misheard remark at a BLM protest.
Well, I mean, who hasn't deservedly had their life completely ruined because someone misheard what they said, right?
Yeah, exactly. So
that's justice, isn't it?
I one would assume so, but I'm guessing that Dove is probably maybe going the Mulvaney route. I'm not sure. So
remember,
you mean the Woman of the Year?
We talked about this before. Yeah. What's Dove's other product?
I don't know.
It's fucking ice cream.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
So
and the ice cream is shaped just like the soap bar
of ice cream. She
must enjoy it.
Yeah, multiple bars of soap to wash yourself down with it. So
good on you, and then uses the soap.
I like that. She must enjoy it. You like this, don't you?
Exactly. Yeah, Lenrod the blubber. So much blubber.
I mean, no offense to her as a person. Maybe she's a nice person, but she's not healthy. I'm sorry.
No, I was about to say that's not healthy. I mean, some people can't help it, and others just
revel in it.
Yes.
Just chill out there, colonizer. Your view of what makes a woman attractive. You know what? Just because you can't appreciate the curvaceous sexiness of a Lizzo. Or you know what? We know you rubbed one out to Carney Wilson. What's the difference? Exactly. Huh? Neither has talent. Both are huge.
Wow, that's
we know what your mind's
at. Gap. So
hold on for
mine is all in the fold.
Orca uses soap.
All in the folds. Wait, no.
One day somebody's gonna come and say goodbye.
Yeah, Dove is owned by Unilever, which owns tons of food brands. Oh my god.
Yeah. I saw kind of like a little info.
All of which are terrible.
What all they own. It's something else.
There we go, Wendy. Patience inside makes my job more difficult.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Yeah. You know what? Heart disease is caused by some of these terrible food products. And you know how many times do people have a heart attack and plow their car into the sign on the road? They can kill anyone. There's no intent. And that's the price of doing business this badly. Like, warn people.
Yep.
Walk, you fat fuck, when you eat this 5 of these Dove bars.
That is Kermit's new Miss Piggy, says Gap.
Like I said, I feel bad for this girl more than anything because I mean she's part of a system that just doesn't want to help them.
It's
we accept you for being
perpetuates itself.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. But that being said, on to a little bit of good news. And even though I don't know exactly how was to phrase this, not everybody is a huge fan of Putin, and I guess for obvious reasons. Not that I'm for war or anything like that, or people basically, starting things. That being said, not exactly for what's going on either side of that area of the world, but I do agree with this guy on this issue. Putin introduces.
I thought you recorded my end.
For all pedophiles in Russia.
Yeah.
You know what?
Oh, but their justice system's so messed up. The 99.9% conviction rate makes me wonder if maybe they should nerf all penalties because I don't think they know what they're fucking doing. Do I agree with this in principle, though? Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah, exactly. I am totally 100% for this. So
now, can I bring up a little added point to this?
What type of level of proof, though? I mean, this has to be proof. This is unreversible.
He's going to do chemical castration. You know what he'll probably use? Lupron, which is what they use. That's also what they use as blockers for trans kids. Anyway, to stop puberty.
How about this? You don't get food unless you complete aversion therapy with this. You have to like watch the bad porn of what you used to like all day and jerk off until you're bloody, until you hate it. So you don't want to like ultra jerk violence, ultra jerk off violence.
There you go.
Any of those people, they shouldn't even be. Well, I won't use the word. We don't know what you can use on here, but they should be
deleted.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, deleted.
They shouldn't even give the opportunity to exist anymore. So
unalived.
Unalived, yes.
There we go.
Sorry. If you're proven, and that has to be 100%, but if you're proven, no.
No, exactly.
Speaking in euphemisms is the sign of totalitarian absolutist fascists. So I just want to say I am proud to be in the company of such great men.
There you go. We try our best. Because here on this show, like I said before, we don't do things half-assedly. We use our whole ass. So, yeah. But no, you know what? Maybe other countries that kind of support certain proclivities in society. Maybe, I don't know. Take note.
And don't be like LA, where we like maps.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I think
we're not talking about cartography, are we?
No, we're not. No.
Sure.
Cartography. What is that?
Yeah.
Cartography is the study of landscape features as portrayed on a piece of paper in a scale model, way.
What?
Cartography.
I've learned something new.
I don't know.
You've got one on your phone. It's called your GPS app.
I'm gonna. Oh, wait a minute. I got ice cream on my shirt. I'm gonna have to take some Dove soap and wash it all off. So. Okay, so let's get into a little bit of news of the work.
News of the work week.
Yes, exactly what you said. So because I can't. So as many of you know, Chuck Dixon, the illustrious comic writer that's done a lot of stuff for like Batman, Punisher, basically the big two out there, is over at the Rippaverse, starting up his new comic over there. However, when he was over at DC, he did have something to reveal. So, this news from Banding in the Comics there, Chuck Dixon reveals the plot to a Batman story DC refused to publish because it wasn't diverse enough.
Now I want to see what is it? I wonder what it was.
Okay.
Yes, because now I want to know, what this is all about here. Because let's face it, I think what was it last week we covered that basically they're turning Batman black. It's going to be like Lucius taking over the Batman cowl.
And wait. Not only is he black, we found out he has no money. And we're speculating here. This is our bet. Like, is anyone taking me on? He's going to have a criminal past because he's so heavy-handed and so racist.
Right.
And I apologize to anybody listening who feels that's inappropriate. I'm just saying, do you really put it past Hollywood to do this, to be wise enough to be like, well, maybe black Batman should just be black Batman, but black? But no, he's already broke. Right. Yeah. What next? He's like, the bat signal. Let me carjack this car. Here's a Porsche.
We gotta fit all the stereotypes,
Yeah, exactly. So, and hail
here. Hi,
good morning. I just woke up from my nap. Well,
I wouldn't even hate a black Batman if they had, another Bruce Wayne. But no, we're gonna make him stereotypical and a criminal. And what the.
Exactly, just like Robin Hood, which we will have plans in the works for that too. So, so it might come across as strange or impossible when you look at the landscape of comics today. No, actually, I wouldn't say that's strange or impossible. It just kind of like seems to want to go in that direction because.
Wait, did you say that they would be quality? Yeah, that is strange and impossible. You're on drugs.
Yeah, I suppose I must be. But there was a time when big publishers had. Now, this might be hard to believe here, but had standards. Whether the editor, no, shock, exactly.
What's this crazy talk here? Standards, get out of here.
I know, right? No, that can't be possible.
You bought him here.
Pretty soon you'll be telling me comic book stores were selling comics by the tons.
No.
They sold them by the kilo in the back alley in a glassy envelope. You know how many times I used to go behind the dumpster, do heroin, and read Spider-Man?
Yeah.
That's the greatest days of my youth growing up.
But whether the editors did possess them deep down in their hearts or not, they tried to convey the image of standards and taste. Therefore, there were stories they wouldn't publish. Heaven forbid. So, oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, with Bane. Yeah, back in the 90s. Yeah, the man who broke Batman. That was a pretty good storyline, actually.
It
was good.
It was good. I wasn't a big fan of the Christopher Nolan Batman Bane character.
I wasn't either. I mean,
no,
that was way different from the books.
I'm sorry, it was just so weak. So weak. Oh, and hey, Carla.
I'm gonna say if it was
friends
original
of Appion here, don't you ever speak badly of Bane.
No, as Bane himself, it was not. But as an original villain, I thought he played a cool villain still, but just, it wasn't a representation.
Yeah, it wasn't the Bane we comic book readers knew.
Exactly.
No, not the Bane that we got in Batman and Robin, which I thought was a much more highly effective Bane.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, that was close.
Who played him again? What was the name of the guy who played him again? He's passed away since then. But
like Roddy Piper?
No, he's a massive bodybuilder.
Macho Man Randy Savage, maybe?
Wasn't any wrestler. He was actually just a bodybuilder. He was huge, but he passed away, sadly. Nice guy, I heard, though, but really, really talented. But I enjoyed that Bane,
But these stories weren't always by controversial writers like Alan Moore, Grant Morrison, or Todd McFarlane either. I wouldn't exactly call him a writer. But sometimes a veteran Batman writer like Chuck Dixon didn't catch a break when penning something he initially thought would hit shelves and racks around the country. One Batman story he did was approved and ultimately dumped not too long after. Fans submitting questions for Dixon's popular Ask Chuck YouTube series have frequently asked him about the tale. But lately, the topic is coming up more than usual, and as such, Dixon devoted time on episode 165 to explain what happened. It all started after he watched the movie New Jack City, which inspired him to conceive a story similar to The Raid.
Ooh.
You know what? Broken Clocks on that one. New Jack City's a really good fucking movie.
It is a really good, awesome movie. Yeah.
I love New Jack City. And by the way, there's a bunch of Star Trek references in that. Scotty, beat me up out of here, man. I'm going to die.
Yeah, there we go. Vince Womack. Nolan's version was better than Schumacher's, which isn't saying much. No, I gotta agree with you on that.
I don't know. It's close. I think it's close. I think that Schumacher did a better job illustrating the city of Gotham. How's that sound?
Ray Lucard said Bane was Jeep Swenson in Batman and Robin. Okay.
The only true Bane.
No, he did a good job.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give it in the Schumacher movie. Yes, he was closer to the comic version,
right?
So I'll give it that much, right?
Playing a Bane, we could all get behind. Well, I mean, not exactly. Like, you know what I mean?
I don't know. It's like he smoked 10 cigars. It's like, oh yes, Batman, I will get you soon. It's like, I don't know. He had to take this massive dump.
But Christopher Nolan's two biggest mistakes were Batman's voice, because the whole trilogy is like, when he's Batman, and it's like, what the fuck? And then the other one was Bane's voice. But Bane's voice, like Tom Hardy had such dedication to that role that I believe personally that he kind of brought back some of the problems that would have gone wrong just by like having such dedication to the role. It's like, citizens of Gotham, I will give you back your freedom. I'm sorry, Appion, I can't do it as well.
I'll say that he did a good villain. Just not
was it thought the gas in the gas that anesthetized him and kept him from being in pain was messing up his voice? And also in that one, they move. Where was it? It was in Mexico where Batman was. They move it to like Turkey. So Bane is not the same Bane.
I don't know. To me, it just sounded constipated for a week. So that's just me. That's just me. Oh. Dixon thought, what if Batman had to infiltrate a housing project that was turned into a fortress by a drug kingpin who took it over? The story he wrote was called The Keep, was going to be drawn by Moon Knight artist Gary. Oh God, these people and their names. Quabiz. Oh, jeez.
Gary.
Yes, drawn by Gary.
That Mike will be unable to pronounce the newcomer's name.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. It was greenlit by Archie Goodwin for an issue of Batman Legends of the Dark Knight. So the plot consisted of Batman following leads on a murderer. Dixon explained. Okay. Dixon explained that brings him to the project fortified by a gang to protect themselves from rivals and the police. When he gets into a fight with gang members, the Cape Crusader is shot, which makes his mission more complicated. Bleeding and trapped in a maze, there's almost no way out. Okay. You know what? That sounds like a pretty good
That's
good
interesting.
plot.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
I mean, especially, getting shot because, why not show a little bit of weakness with Batman? It always seems like lately, he just beats the bad guys no matter what, I want to see Batman in pain or, maybe a little bit impaled or something like that, because I mean, he's just a guy. He's not
exactly
a superpowered. Yeah, he's not a superpowered superhero. He said as he's downing coffee. So I need Java today, I tell you. So, but no, it sounds like a good plot line so far.
It sounds like it could be a really good story if it was fleshed out.
I've heard worse ideas.
Yeah, we've all seen worse ideas actually get produced. So yeah.
On Dicer, on Doxson, on Dixon.
Hey, we talked about one last week, so there you go. So I mean,
yeah,
that's right. Oh, Carla Burton says, yeah, he copied the voice of a boxer. Oh, okay.
In the corner stands a man and a boxer by his trade. I just wanted to say that.
There you go. Let's see. Batman watching his show thinking, you wish me impaled. Yeah, on occasion. So Snail Messiah, hey, at least you didn't watch Loki.
No,
not yet, because I know
I
my
watched
wife would
it.
be asking for that
I
episode.
watched it.
So
you can check out my channel. I watched it. I reviewed it.
Okay.
The wheels, whatever wheels were left came off. This thing is just hurtling forward on its own dumb inertia. It's feeding off its own stupid. They've made a perpetual stupid machine. The dumber it gets, the stupider.
Yeah, all the while you're sitting there going, burn, baby, burn.
Exactly.
The more
Killer Rabbit
stupid we inject, the faster it gets stupider. That's what I want to say.
I thought Rich was Batman's power. Yes.
Pretty much.
It's one of them.
Tony Stark.
Exactly. I could just buy
it. Not having a criminal fucking past.
That's right.
Right.
Fortunately, he knocks on a door and is given safe haven by a boy who's home by himself since his mother works night shifts as a nurse. For some odd reason, it always seems like it's a nurse. I don't know why.
No, Gordon's wife's a nurse, isn't she? In some iterations?
Yeah, there's a lot of nurses. So anyway, whatever. This gives Batman time to heal and reach his objective. The story was intended as a real-world scenario where Batman was the only white character and everyone else, especially the criminals, were black. So I can see where this is going.
I saw that episode of Batman. It's called CNN.
There we go. The problem came that Gary and I wanted to present this as it might have really happened in the real world, Dixon explained. And what that meant is that Batman is the only white character in the story. Every other character in the story, good guys and bad guys, are African American, because Gary and I felt that simply the way it would be in Gotham. Okay.
Don't worry, everybody. We have Robin Hood ready for you to offset this toxicity coming soon. We've got those files.
Mm-hmm. But doesn't that sound inclusive? I don't know why they wouldn't run it. I mean...
Well, yeah, exactly. Because, if he's in the projects,
Yeah, as long as the head criminal is still white, then I think it's all right. It's a show of intelligence, like a basketball team worth of crime.
Yeah.
Right, because it's inclusive, but is it the wrong kind of inclusive?
Exactly. They always still manage to make it racist, don't they?
Yeah. Why can't you work the night shift at a convenience store, says Cap? Yeah, exactly, right? It's always a nurse, isn't it, though? So, Vince Womack, didn't you know women can only be nurses or secretaries?
They can't even promote her to shrink. Make her a shrink.
Silly me. So
honestly,
like a democratic city. So.
It could very well be.
Len,
we have one shrink in all of we have two shrinks in all of this pantheon, right? One's Harley Quinn, one's Scarecrow. So what does that say?
Yeah, exactly. But no, I mean, I can see where he's going with this, but knowing the state of DC, no, we can't paint black people as the bad guys.
Yeah, but he has them as good guys too.
Exactly, but that's the whole point, right? It's like generally, like he was saying, in the real world
bad, you'll be sued by all major news corporations. That's their exclusive story. They created that narrative.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, but here we go. So, and that is,
I guess I should say, I think all the news is fake, by the way, just so no one gets the wrong idea.
There we go.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right, by Graham Nolan. Okay, so he elaborated. Gary is from Detroit. I'm from Philadelphia. And you don't really have a whole lot of diversity in these low. Yeah, exactly. And
wait, what a fucked up thing to say, because Detroit is the only black majority city in America except DC. Whoa.
No. How can that possibly be?
I mean, it's like you're pointing out a problem and you're like, now let me be part of this problem.
Yeah, exactly. Precisely it, right? So I want to contribute. So
I thought Robin Hood was tomorrow, Mike.
Yeah, exactly. But you really don't have a whole lot of diversity in these low-income housing project buildings. It's generally one minority or another dominating the entire building. So that's the way we presented it. Okay, sure, I can see totally his point of view, 100%, right? So that's the part the DC editorial had a problem with. Though Dixon and Gary, I'm just gonna say Gary because there's no way I'm gonna pronounce that word whatsoever. So understood there wasn't a lot of diversity in the inner cities of Detroit and Philadelphia. For example, Archie Goodwin was apprehensive about showing the keep to higher ups in the chain of command. Dixon and Gary were paid for their work, but Goodwin never presented it to his superiors.
Oh,
interesting. Okay. So, you have
I heard it's because they came to the meeting dressed just like Johnny Depp with the rings and everything.
Yeah. Gap says, I'm calling foul. Not all policemen are blonde. That's not diverse enough. Where's the brunette police officers? I was raised by a ginger police officer. I just wanted to say that. See, I was going to say that. Yeah. Where's the ginger ones? So, but and especially where Gotham City is pretty much kind of like I don't want to say an homage, but kind of like a version of New York. Let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah. No. It used to be New York. I got to be honest. For the last, what does Gotham go back? Say 80, 90 years, right?
Yeah.
It's I really honestly, let's be honest. It's Detroit, Chicago, and Philly. It's shithole. It's shithole-adelphia. Shitroit, whatever you want to call it. New York is metropolis. It's always a little nicer. You know what I mean?
Actually, I've heard.
And Metropolis is New York on steroids. New York is not as nice as Metropolis, and Detroit is Metropolis on crack. Detroit is not as bad as Gotham. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like their car.
Yeah.
Would you say? Forgive me for using a cartoon-like image of these cities, but they were nice enough to change their name. But yeah, Metropolis, I feel, is New York. If anyone disagrees, please let us know in the chat.
No, actually, I agree with that on that one.
Yeah, exactly.
I can see that.
No, because originally,
but I do agree that it was New York when they start out, but then like when they introduce when Superman starts getting big and they don't want them, like they were actually smarter writers back then. Like if Superman and Batman are in the same place, so all they'll do is solve the same crimes. They'll run into each other all day. It'll be dumb. Like when Batman hangs out, like when Spider-Man hangs out with Black Cat, who's now trans. We got to do something about that. So like they put him in two different cities, and then those cities kind of developed. And the biggest sin of Batman versus Superman is we can't tell which city any of it's happening in when they go back and forth between the two cities, because they all look like Levittown, Long Island, or some other blasé city with no architecture. But both cities have 90-year architectural histories. Like we know Metropolis is very New York-like and very futuristic. We know that Gotham is very dour and very gothic and also it's been raining in Gotham for 80 years. The sun hasn't come out.
Yeah,
I would say more like Chicago, Gotham a little bit. There's the CD.
Well, that town needs an enema too, so yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
I saw what you did there.
I know, right?
Uh-huh.
But
collecting my fee from the New York City Board of Tourism for getting rid of that analogy. No. The evil city for Batman is not New York. That's a lie from Canadian Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, exactly. But Dixon doesn't have the script anymore. But even if he did, he doesn't think it would be published. If we were to present the story today, we would probably have been pounded down the street by a mob, he explained. So,
yeah, guilty of wrong think.
Exactly.
He's telling a real life story, it sounds like. Just the inner city.
Well, exactly.
Modern audience wouldn't appreciate the fact that the story doesn't magically resolve in the last 2 pages. We carefully set up an arc for all characters, and things happen for a reason. And we believe that halfway through our story, there's a therefore. When the villain makes a decision, it sets other things in action. We don't feel like people followed that. It's a shame. A lot of people said that's where they gave up in the book.
I always like when you make Batman you make Batman
Mm-hmm.
look more human. Like I always say, go back, read The Cult. Batman gets kidnapped. So The Cult is an amazing series. It's only 4 episodes or 4 issues. I got it. It's really good. He gets kidnapped and stuff. And Batman making to be made look human is awesome. I love it when they do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Any superhero being made to look more vulnerable, because after trying to catch up on Superman in the comics, it's like I can't believe how massively overpowered he's become as a character.
Superman is the almighty. It's like
it's like nothing can stop him. He's unbeatable. Makes him essentially boring. It's like there's nothing he can't do. Yeah. Why even have him as a character?
That's why it was cool when they actually had break him and then kill him. I was like, wow, okay, Superman died and then they brought him back, but that was at least an interesting
Doomsday.
Story.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, it's not the first time Superman's died, from my understanding.
Yeah, and it was so cool. I was like, oh, this is awesome. And it sold a lot because of that.
Yep. Oh, yeah. I remember selling them.
Yeah. Ray LaCarte says, I thought Gotham was New York with no planning commission, a mix of architecture, and it just builds up like walls as it was in Batman 1989.
Yeah.
I agree with Teague in this. I always felt Gotham was more of the other cities and Metropolis is more New York. I always thought that. It just felt like,
And hail to John Riddle that just joined in. Hail, John.
Hey there, John.
Tim Burton's Batman in Tim Burton's 89 Batman and Tim Burton's Batman Returns. Although on street level, it did look very much like the New York of that time. 1, New York only looked like that for about 10 years. And 2, there was like a 3rd level of skyscrapers that were like mega scrapers that had a completely different skyline. And it looked like a futuristic vision that had failed. It still had the attempt of like futurism and like forgive me, a gothic city that had failed. You know what I mean? It's like its best days were behind it, and there was some kind of renaissance that didn't work out because there's a couple of different generations of these junked out buildings. And I don't know. On street level, yes, it was very much New York. And their accents, most of them are New York because Robert Wall is New York and all these other New York actors are in it. And Michael Keaton basically just keeps a very neutral American accent. Jack Nicholson, very neutral American accent. I think Porkins and Robert Wool are the reason why we think it's New York, because Porkins and Robert Wool have New York accents.
If people want to break this conversation down
more,
more,
Eckhart. I'm sorry, Eckhart.
You could say Metropolis was Manhattan, and then Gotham would be more like the Bronx or places like that. So I mean, it all could be in New York too, if you want to break it down that way.
It's true. I as much as I hate his movies, the idea that they'd be across the bay from each other was really good. But then Zack Snyder forgets it when it's like Perry White doesn't know who Batman is, and it's like, Perry, have you ever walked down by the river at night? Hell no, that's not on my street. Perry, do you ever go off your own street? Hell no, I walk a straight line right to the subway, get out of the subway, go right home. Perry, have you ever wondered what's around the block from your house? No. Well, I walked down by the river last night, and if you look by the river over the Ajax chemical plant that we could see from the river because we saw it in the movie, I saw a bat symbol, like a symbol of a bat being shot up into the sky from Gotham Police Headquarters. I've never turned my head in that direction. I have no desire to know. Now, about this alien invasion yesterday, people need to know that tomorrow's baseball game's canceled. Kent, I want you on that. It's a fucking idiot.
Don't call it the holes. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But that being said,
tangent's over. I'm just gonna go bang my head into the wall every time BVS and Zack Snyder's story logic comes up. Like Chris Terrio's a fucking hack.
So who hasn't gotten enough of Snow White?
Oh no!
Oh, actually,
Papillon saved that movie. He said switch roles.
Okay. Good news. Is it the good news?
Is it good news?
Exactly. So, let's see. Snow White and the Evil Queen actress Brett Cooper says film will not be a MAGA conservative movie, but will focus on timeless values of the original story.
It's a separate movie. Yeah, it's not the replacement.
Right.
Movie.
Your MAGA company can make a Snow White movie with no message. I think that's what they're trying to say.
And if anybody's wondering, Brett Cooper, she has a YouTube channel. I'm a longtime follower of hers. She's a beautiful young woman, very intelligent. She was hired by Ben Shapiro, actually, for the Daily Wire.
Wait, let's just go be honest about this. It's Ben Shapiro's clone. They injected some DNA. It's female
That's what
now.
People say. I mean, she's a beautiful
she looks
young
just
woman.
like. When I saw that, I was like, wait a minute, is this Ben Shapiro goofing on it? But like when you look at it, I'm not calling her unattractive. She's a cute girl.
Oh, she's a beautiful girl, and she's funny as hell. But I like her channel. I think she's smart. She knows what she's talking about.
That's cool.
And I hope she does good in this. So.
Now, this is interesting that we're essentially getting. Yeah, this is interesting that we're essentially getting a parallel form of entertainment.
Yep.
Disney will absolutely push their movie if it looks like these are coming out at the same time because they don't want to lose to this.
That's fine.
No, I'm saying that they will lose to this movie. If I walk into this movie theater and I have Snow White and the Evil Queen versus like Gal Gadot and the evil queen, come on. Appion said it yesterday. The only way to even start to save Snow White is to announce tomorrow you've switched roles. Gal Gadot is Snow White and Rachel Zegler is the Evil Queen. And
even then,
I buy it now.
Yeah, even then, I don't think that would save it. But
what we're seeing the publicity tour, right? We'd be like, we cast the most evil person we could for our queen.
Yeah, even with that, what we're seeing here is a start of like a parallel entertainment industry. I think that's where it's going. You have Hollywood,
and then you have the first round.
You have Hollywood, and you have everybody else producing movies and TV shows. That's not Hollywood.
That's
you have two different industries going.
Remember, Hollywood's doing nothing right now too. So this is your opportunity if you're an enterprising filmmaker.
That's right.
Like Tom, you were saying? Spoken. I'm not agree there in Ben Shapiro, but I always admired Ben Shapiro and him and the group. They're like, we're tired of the BS, so let's do our own thing. And boom, and then
I just want to say Ben Shapiro's Rise of Skywalker and Last Jedi reviews are very good and very valid and funny to watch.
Brett Cooper, the actress in the upcoming Snow White and the Evil Queen from Bentkey, a subsidiary of the Daily Wire, shared that the film will focus on the timeless values of the original fairy tale and will not be a MAGA conservative movie. So very, very interesting. In a recent video upload...
So aside from Mike, everyone here is still going to see it. Once you found out it's not going to be a MAGA movie, I guess that was the end, right, Mike?
Oh yeah. I'm just so
they work all day. Instead of building a mine, they're building a wall.
Exactly. That's what it's going to be. So,
and make the other kingdom pay for
when
it.
When they say hi ho, they're saying it right to a woman and kind of hoodie, kind of hi ho.
Anyway,
moving right along.
So, in a recent video upload, the YouTube Cooper reacted to a TikTok video of YouTuber Ryan Cannell noting that people don't want propaganda on the other side. They just want a propaganda-free entertainment. Gee, who knew?
You know what? Very quickly, I'm sorry to interrupt. Back to Man of Steel. You can see, if you wanted to make a case, and it holds up, that is like Randian politics overtaking the narrative of the story, because like one of the things Zack Snyder said was, I didn't think it was right to show Superman saving people. People should save themselves. And I'm like, you dick, it's a Superman movie. He's supposed to fucking save people. So
and
politics of either side will kill your movie.
And you're going to run thanks to Josh Wolfen for showing up. I really, really appreciate it. Snail Messiah, Ben Shapiro's sister is all I want to see on screen.
We need a bigger screen. We need a much bigger screen. Those breasts.
Huge screen. Amazing screen.
The breasts are huge.
Exactly. And hello to Igor that made it just in the nick of time.
I call them the kosher twin cinemas.
No, she's a very stunning woman, and she's very smart. So yeah, big fan of her.
Shapiro once said, "I can't wait to see more of Ray and Finn and other characters you feel indifferent about." Yeah, exactly.
I've been to many a Silicon Valley, but I would go to her twin cinemas anytime.
In response, Cooper stated, and that really is the main point. We're not trying to turn Snow White into something it's not. We're not trying to turn Snow White into a MAGA conservative.
We just watched someone blow. We watched someone shake that bottle of soda forever.
We're just trying to represent the values that Snow White is based in, the timeless values that we all loved growing up, that are sadly being forgotten in this new Disney adaptation. Yeah,
right.
It's
Some of our values seem to be going on the wayside for some reason. I don't know.
Right. It's happening across society, and it's being reflected in our culture and entertainment. I mean, it is a novel concept now to have a movie that simply tells a story.
I know. Yeah. And she speaks out it often. Like I said, I watch her channel, and she speaks out it often about how she's just tired of this political stuff being thrown into everything. And many a times, because it's everywhere.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And again, watch Man of Steel.
I'm Brett Cooper. Last week was a very big week, objectively a huge week. We had quite a few announcements. I loved reading all of your comments across all social media platforms about all the announcements. But the first one we rolled out was Bentkey, which is Daily Wire's new company. It's a platform for kids entertainment. If you are an annual subscriber to Daily Wire, you already have access to Bentkey, so go download it and start watching it if you have kids. Starting this past weekend, we have officially brought back Saturday morning cartoons, which is so much fun. The content, guys, is truly amazing. I make a few cameos in some of the animated shows. There are over 100 episodes of different shows already on the platform. More are being released every single week. And in addition to just announcing Bentkey, we also announced Bentkey's first live-action film, which is Snow White and the Evil Queen. And that's me. I'm Snow White, which is so funny to say. Before we dive into this story, though, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and ring that notification bell so that you never miss a comment section or off-the-clock episode. You might...
No, because I want you to...
They're going to try to make her look as bad as the other one. They're going to go after her and try. And by the way, I just want to say, she's a lot prettier here outside that pose. Looking back over her shoulder was not the best look for her in that picture. And she's really pretty. She doesn't look like Ben Shapiro here at all.
She very is. She's, like I said, and she's very well spoken. And I love her stuff. Like, she's always well spoken.
That's very cool.
If she turned around and promised that these cartoons would be just simply for kids and have no message whatsoever, they'd get even 10% more people, right? Because
I like the fact they actually have cartoons for kids again. It's like, oh, that's actually kind of
cool.
It is. Yeah, I ain't seen them, but okay, it does. I watch my kids' cartoons with Resolute Germ at 11 o'clock on Easter on Saturday.
Gap After Dark says the Disney Snow White is like a Snow Dirty in the Skid Row Companions. Yeah, it is. It really is. So
in our urban Snow White, we accidentally ended up with urban snow, one of the ugliest things nature
and
has
no
ever
dwarves.
imagined.
All just
Snow
diverse
White.
people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Snow
We had
White and
one
the community
dwarf.
theater rejects.
There seems to be one
right?
dwarf. There does seem to be one dwarf. Take a look.
Yes.
There's like the
There's
first
I hope
guy
they
some
bring
kind of.
Hornswoggle, because he was arguing about that. He said, "You're taking him." Hopefully, bring him in for a role of one of the dwarves. So that'd be cool. And hopefully, they actually have dwarves, which is
I imagine they will. They'll actually, you know what? Here it is.
Have they
Because
called
they'll
John
actually-
Rhys Davies?
They'll actually step up and employ those dwarves that were
Yay.
basically bitching and complaining because of
Yeah.
Dinklage. You know what? And they'll give.
Wait,
them the
let's
work.
be clear. They weren't bitching and complaining. They were legitimately angry at the most successful dwarf actor who's like, "Oh, I was kicking the dwarves. I think that they should have no more hires after myself."
Well, yeah, because
which was dumb and mean.
You know, shot off their mouth like that and said, "Oh no,
Right. No, I just.
You know,
I didn't
but
want
no,
anyone
no,
to
I know
think.
what you're
I
saying,
just
yeah.
didn't want anyone to think that we were siding against these actors. They weren't bitching and complaining. They were legitimately outraged.
Legitimately.
Yeah, no, we get passionate here. Mike loves dwarves. I know. I've met. Yes, he has several ex-girlfriends who were part of the Little People community.
Exactly.
Well, it was.
And
by that I don't mean.
And they make great Mexican wrestlers too. So
Dylan Post, I think his name is. He plays Hornswoggle, another famous dwarf factory. He's gone on to do quite a bit after he left wrestling. He still kind of does, but he was on. He was on a couple of different shows. Saying
Peter Dinklage was a wrestler.
Well, he was speaking against Peter. He's like, "Why are you taking our jobs? Because we don't have many opportunities at lead jobs." And here he did that, and now we lost jobs.
No, but that's what I mean. How dare he go after that? Yeah, like. He after he was a wrestler to say that he's like, yeah, like I can debase myself, but now that that's over and I kind of have my pick of bad walk-on roles where I get a bunch of money to say to Chris Hemsworth, "Oh wow, great job making that hammer."
Exactly, Lenrod.
Exactly. After he made his millions.
Hey, Lenrod, how are you?
And Igor, in the 70s, I loved Saturday morning cartoons. Yeah, same here.
Those were
in front of the TV.
Those
exactly.
were great.
They
were dark times,
and that's the way it should be. That's the way it still should be. Saturday morning cartoons, sitting down with a big bowl of cereal and whatnot, and just sitting in front of the TV, just vegging out and having,
Cartoon Networks ruined that though because it was.
I believe
I 100% agree with that.
Yeah, from 8 a.m. till noon on Saturdays, there shall be no social media, only cartoons.
That would be fun with me, actually. How about you know what? There are countries that have like not an embargo on social media, but like a 2-hour period a day where they're like, you know what, you need to calm down, maybe eat and go for a walk.
Exactly.
There's a couple of countries that do that. I'm not advocating for it. I'm just saying it's a thing.
Snail says, yeah, Mike loves dwarves. I personally met him having so much fun with dwarves at the dwarf tossing competition in Fort McMurray.
Oh, I'll have to go to the finals in Banff.
You're gonna have to. Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's quite fun. Yeah. It's like throwing a wet medicine ball. Yeah. In a pillowcase. So it is. So Gap, the new Disney Snow White song. Hi ho, hi-ho. It's off to sell some crack and hose, hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. Oh my God. I messed that one up. Okay. Anyway, so later in the video, Cooper reacted to another TikTok user sharing a reaction video to the Snow White and the Evil Queen announcement. She said, "I don't give a crap about being woke, but more importantly, our creative team actually gives a crap about the source material. They want to tell the original story with the values and the themes that made the Brothers Grimm fairy tale so famous and important to begin with." Cooper then listed out a number of the values like love and kindness and friendship and inner beauty versus vanity and romance, for Pete's sake, because apparently that's missing in 2023. Finally, somebody that's actually speaking out and making some sense. So, to which Lenrod says, hi ho, where's my money ho? Oh my God.
Actually, before you do that, to jump on that, believe it or not, I just heard of a study recently. Do you know, modern generation, there's less sex, relationships, and coupling going on in the world now than ever. Nobody's doing. Yeah,
that's right. Because everything is so self-centered and selfish,
narcissistic, and just
that I gotta say, I've never been happier to hear that. That makes me feel great, because if I'm not getting any, why should anybody else? Fuck you all. I'm glad.
There's parts in the world that
suffer.
The population is almost non-existent for growing kids now in the future. It's like some of these countries are like,
what are you going to eat? That's a problem.
Nobody's having kids anymore.
No, exactly. But
I want my Soylent Green.
Yeah, I'm pretty much at that point too. So cheaper on the economy. But no, I mean this is something so vitally missing in today's society. This sense of chivalry that men used to have, with women, courting them and whatnot, trying to get their attention in a positive way. Is just
handling stalking with grace.
Yes.
Well,
you gotta stop following me around and slashing my new girlfriend's tires.
Yeah, but
can I bring up a point? Sorry, if you don't mind if I bring up a quick point.
It's killing romance.
Because it's also it actually happened in Edmonton. I have another friend that lives in Edmonton, and she was on a bus, and there was this gentleman harassing her. He was on drugs, and he was trying to threaten her with a needle. She's a very outspoken woman.
It was a rough night for me, all right?
But no, she even said, why were no men? There was tons of men on the bus. Not one stood up for her. And she said, what happened to men? Why are they so, you know what I mean? They're not men anymore. And it's like, not one man stood up for her. And like, what is wrong with people? Like,
I would have yelled, shut the fuck up.
There's no chivalry anymore, like you said.
I would have yelled at him without standing up. I might have threatened him now.
We've seen the change in society where there's about a good 20, 30 years where we've moved away from so-called traditional values because we don't want anything to do with traditional values. I'll even go one step further and in my own opinion say we're seeing a lot of repercussions or results of taking God out of our society.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also a little bit of like thinking through here, like if this happened in my city, I don't know, where this happens, what it's like, but if you do this in New York, like one stoplight, it is like 4 police cars, and you go to fucking Rikers, and it sucks there.
Yeah.
And taking the God part, like I'm not per se religious, but I was raised Catholic. Our city won't even.
Now we know why you're not religious.
My city won't even allow the manger to be brought up at Christmas, and I'm against. I think what? That's stupid. No, it should be allowed in the square. No, no, that's ridiculous.
Lenrod says, can't forget that social media has made dating like shopping. Women's only shoot for the top 10% of guys, leaving the rest of guys with nothing. Exactly. Carla Burton, we saw someone who stuck up for someone in the subway and the hero was arrested.
Yeah,
wow.
That's true. Although I think it, like, here's the deal. As much as I agree with what Carl was saying, seeming ludicrous, he had to kind of be grabbed by the police. It turned out to be a little more like detained. I don't think they were all that evil to him, and I don't think anyone wants to convict him. That video was pretty exonerating. Even if you want to say he turned into the aggressor, it's like that's such a rough call. The guy was really like just agitating people, being horrible to people, and this guy, what was he, a Marine or something like that? He decided he'd had enough, but like the only reason he was arrested is because it like encourages posse comitatus. I mean, it was still stupid to arrest him, but he should have been like, they had to bring him down to the station house and detain him. I don't know where cuffing him comes into it. Honestly, it's New York. I guess everyone has to be arrested the same, but I saw that video.
Exactly.
John's
equality, right?
Good.
So
I don't feel he did anything wrong by stopping that fight. I don't know what happened after the fight between him and the other guy got going. I know that he's the one who wasn't on drugs.
Yeah. John Rendell says a lot of guys are getting tired of being nice, giving up a seat, opening a door, and then getting yelled at by feminazis.
I still do that. I don't care.
Exactly.
I'll do it anyway, and I'll just tell him I
here.
feel bad for him. I just feel like, lady, I feel bad for you.
Yeah,
take a load off your mind, and
it's time for women to wine inside us, and then they can leave if they do. There's an idea. So, but no, it's true. It's so true. It's just we've made here's what it is. We've gotten to the point in society where we've made men afraid to do anything nice.
Yeah, you have to be having sex with your girlfriend for a long time before you'll risk flowers, because even that is just like as a conversation.
I'm scared to ask a girl on a date because you could be considered a crime.
Well, because remember that stupid news that we shared last week, right? In the UK, don't smile, don't wink, don't talk, don't do this, don't do that, right? And like this big giant long list of stuff not to do, right? So you've instilled this fear in society where basically you paralyzed men, basically in general, nice men especially, for the fear of getting, some sort of repercussion of a negative sort.
There's no such thing as men who aren't nice.
Exactly. And then they wonder where are all the nice men. Gee,
we're here.
They're exterminated when they got yelled at for the zillionth time for holding a door.
Exactly.
But that's good. Like I said, Brett, she's really good YouTuber, and I think this is going to be maybe bringing back traditional values, traditional films, and just something that wants to tell a story and not an ideology.
Exactly. Right now, there will be a sequel. They would have to work hard to do this movie in a way that doesn't get it a sequel. It's going to make money.
Yep.
This is not the most expensive movie to make either.
A lifeguard was accused of SA.
I heard about that.
Yeah, because he performed CPR on a 23-year-old woman that was unconscious underwater, and he pulled her out. Yep,
that's real. That actually happened.
He
saved her life
before she went swimming.
Exactly.
Like, is there more to this? Is there more? Are we being set up with this story?
No.
People will put out.
I heard this story. I heard this story. It's real.
So anyway,
I hate that I sometimes have to be the voice of like legal. Like, keep us on the air, but like I do have to say, like, every once in a while, a couple of these things, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the only way if this story is true and someone wants to come after us, like, what else do we not know? Did he roofie bomb her so he could do it?
No,
that's the only way this makes sense.
Basically, doing his job,
And my job here is to be somewhat devil's advocate against these stories.
And the woman said, "I did not consent to being saved," essentially.
Yeah, she did say. I heard that.
In the words of Chris Griffin, then go ahead and die, you ungrateful bitch.
Anyway, so seeing how we're at the 1 hour mark, let's just take a brief commercial break.
Break time.
And then we'll just continue on with the story. Here we go, guys.
Oh boy.
電話出ないから心配になって。
ちょっと寝込んでて。
これ持ってきたから一緒に食べよう。
今日は。ちょっと待って、今はダメ。
Long, long way. あいつが来てたんだ。違うの。叫び組みたい。長い叫び組み。
I'm really loving these commercials.
If I get married again, I want that shown after the wedding toast.
But it's so real to the Japanese culture. They cheat all the time. I don't know. It's sad.
It is sad.
Yeah.
It's very common over there.
If you say so. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, it is very common over there. I have a friend that was married to a woman over there, and he caught over there, and he's like, "Yeah, it's very common. They brag about it."
And to all of you guys that are still in the chat, stick around for the end because we know we missed it last week. I did.
Oh, that's right.
Cartoon, yes, do it. I'll remind you.
I'm glad.
I did
gotta make up for it.
So for all of you guys on Rumble and Vince Womack, yes, I do see you on Rumble. Thank you for being on Rumble as well. But yes, last week I missed the funny cartoon at the end, and these guys were actually gracious enough to just remind me. It's like, oh my god, we forgot it. So stick around for the end. We will have something funny at the end this time because I have it queued up, ready to go. So
can I just say, I no longer. How am I supposed to feel bad when I watch a Godzilla movie now that I know this shit about these people? Like, it's like, all right, fuck him. Right?
So,
bag anyway.
Carrying on here, the actress would also respond to comments about her hair being too short, given Disney's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs feature the character with short hair. Cooper informed her viewers in Disney's animated film her hair was short, but for the Grimm story, every illustration that you can find her has long hair. Actually, which is actually more accurate for the time period, which is also something we are trying to stay in line with. So not only are they keeping with the values and the essential, meat and potatoes, so it were, of the story itself, but actually keeping to the look of the original story on top of that. So
Wow,
And
you mean
good on
be
them,
faithful
but at
to
the
the
same
source
time,
material? That's
Yes!
crazy.
I
Being
know,
faithful
right?
to the source material.
At the same time, Disney's original Snow White with the hair that she had, so iconic. It's fine. Either one is fine. Like,
Yeah.
I'm glad that they have a reason they can justify it, and it's not like she's some blonde or like whatever,
Okay, marriage is over because
Or-
fruit by the foot.
or
Yeah,
Rachel Pigler.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry,
But
but
here we go. Here we go on top of that. Look at this. Look at this. There's dwarves. Oh my God.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, there's no
look at that picture.
diverse people. How dare those German bastards?
By the way, has anyone else had this problem where they accidentally keep calling Rachel Ziegler Rachel Pigler?
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
It keeps
That's a
happening
new
by
one to
mistake
me.
when I'm talking about it. I'm like, oh yeah, you mean Rachel Pigler? I mean Rachel Ziegler.
So, the Daily Wire and Bentkey revealed a brief teaser for the film earlier this month that is expected to arrive on the streaming platform in 2024. Okay, so who wants to see the trailer out there in the chat, whether you're on Rumble or on the YouTubes? Because I actually have not seen it yet. So
I never
let's see it.
more, Brett.
Okay,
let's check it out.
Can I just dip out for a few minutes till the good part of the show's over and come back when we go back to being horrible?
I suppose. Sure,
Thank
why
you.
not? Yeah, because I care.
Once upon a time, in time a prince would come. Once upon a time, but now that time is gone.
Stop. Wait. Pause.
Okay.
Hey, you want to say something there?
No, I don't want to say it out loud. I'm gonna put it in a private chat.
Oh, okay.
No, it's the kind of thing we want me to put in the private chat. I am sold. It's back there.
Yeah. This. Yeah, I know we did. But
okay, all right. So you went into it with your eyes wide open. All right. We're not going to say it though. We don't want to give anybody any stones.
No, exactly. I'm okay with it. So, yeah.
All right. I think we handled that well.
Tree dwelling vermin.
Yeah.
Squirrel.
Wait, no, we have squirrels in the room. We can't say that. No. We have killer squirrels. We
have saber.
Yeah, exactly.
We love all.
Oh, and killer rabbits. So
Yeah, killer rabbits.
I'm sold on this.
Yeah.
See, that is a half decent teaser of a trailer.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Hopefully
I'm okay with that.
Hopefully they're hoping on word. You know what? Hopefully they're hoping on word of mouth, because that was like, I'm going to be telling people, yeah, you know what? There's another Snow White out there that I just saw a trailer for that was actually wasn't exactly perfect. Wasn't the first one, but it wasn't unappealing at all.
No, exactly.
There's a night and day difference between this and what Disney is producing. So I think one will do really well, and one will do really, really bad.
This one has less. Well, the only way this one's going to do badly, and it looks like it costs a lot less money, but the only way this one does
this will do badly.
No. This is the only reason. Ready? It's not about this movie. It's about this. What if Snow White 1 gets out there first and really pisses the well hard, and people are just confused because both movies essentially have the same name?
I don't think people will be confused by that. That's the same line of thought.
We're talking about a world where Ahsoka is 7.9% on IMDb and certified fresh. But okay.
But that's the same point of view that says we can't have a Batman movie and a Batman TV show, because the executives would think that the general movie going audience and TV audience are too stupid to figure out there's a difference.
Right. Tom?
Like, just to go on that alone, I mean, the comment section, which is her YouTube show, she has about 3.62 million followers. So she can advertise it alone on her channel, and she'll get enough people going, and that'll get word of mouth. So she's
the same
pretty
people
good.
hear it over and over, but you're right. And here's the thing: this movie's going to be hard to lose money because it's going to cost a tenth. What is Disney's movie like? What's they say? Are they admitting something like 300 million? So let's be honest. Split the difference between what people are saying.
Oh, it's going
to lose publicity. So this is safely 500 million for Rachel Pigler and her fucking movie. And over here with Brett Cooper, who seems nice enough, her movie might cost like this. They could have pulled this off at $30 million and it would still be all right.
Now let's talk about word.
One sec,
maybe no way it loses
thank
money.
you for dropping by. I really appreciate it. You have a good day, dude.
Thanks.
So
I just want to say there may be no way for this to lose money. Go ahead, PCR. Sorry.
Yeah,
okay, no problem. Now there's one thing to be said about word of mouth advertising. It may not get the big advertising, but we already have a good track record of movies like Sound of Freedom that came out of nowhere, spread like wildfire simply by word of mouth advertising.
Yep.
Took everybody by surprise, took the big media and big entertainment by surprise, and it should not have happened, but it did.
Oh yeah.
Because there's a thirst or a hunger for good entertainment out there, something we're not getting from big entertainment.
We're starving for it.
Yeah.
If they make this movie for $75 million and it goes out there and loses every dime and no one buys one ticket, it will still be the most profitable Snow White movie in theaters this year. And it might be the only Snow White movie this year that I'm sure will be in theaters. And maybe just crazy thought here. What if they open small and like make it known? Like this movie's not going to make a lot of money its first weekend. We want people to see it. There's going to be a nation. We're on 100 smaller screens. We're not opening on 7,000 screens. We're on like 100 smaller screens. And we want the people to come here because there's like we have a reverse review thing. We're going to let people just review it. Like lean into it, man. People will see it. This looks like a winner.
In a brief presentation before revealing the trailer, the Daily Wire co-founder Jeremy Boring stated, "Look, we know we aren't what Disney is today, but we hope in time we might become what they were once upon a time, the little studio with big ideas and the courage to chase them. Walt Disney embodied the American spirit of entrepreneurship and innovation," he continued. "He risked everything to build his dream. One of the greatest risks and greatest achievements was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Critics at the time called it Disney's folly. They were certain it was going to flop. It was 400% over budget and it would bankrupted the entire company if it didn't succeed. But it did succeed, and it went on to become one of the top grossing films of all time. Everything you see today from Disney was made possible by Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs," he added.
And we need more of this. We need more independent studios putting out their own product to compete with Hollywood.
Yeah.
That's what they were then. That's what they were then. You know what though? Like think of like what are they thinking? They're like, this is like being a Major League Baseball player. You win one World Series. You're like, I'll win the World Series every year. Like a rookie, you know what I mean? It's like year one, you win the World Series. Like, we're going to win it every year. Are they like from 1937 till like 1977, everything made was gold, and we have 40 years to fuck around and find out? They're like, dude, if you murder this movie the way it looks like you're going to, don't even stream it. Burn it now. Burn it all.
Nope, because I think right now what we're seeing
is a massive cell phone.
We're seeing a shift. People are tired of it and they want to shift back to normality.
Exactly.
The pendulum is swinging back.
That's right.
And you don't want to make a reverse commercial for Snow White. You know, this is a reverse commercial for the other movie.
Because I think what's happening, we're seeing like, you know, the proverbial dark ages now of, you know, we've had the classic stuff that was out, okay, and now we're going through a bit of a dark times, you know, the dark ages of film where everything is like really written, shot, choreographed, really crappy right now, right?
Politicized and ideologized too.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Pushing
and what
the
we're
message
seeing right now, we're going to be
the people who made storyboards are sadly unemployed and underused in these days.
And what we're seeing right now, I think it is possible. I just want to say it's possible that we're seeing some sort of renaissance being birthed here, where there are actual movie studios, and like PCR said earlier, you know, like with Sound of Freedom, right?
Yeah.
That had a budget of $14 million and ended up beating Indiana Jones and Mission Impossible and made like tons of cash. You know, if this does well as well, then yeah, I think we're starting to see the beginnings of some sort of, you know, independent film creator renaissance of actual movie storytelling that's going on right now. And I hope it happens. Because how many, like, for example, what we just read before with Chuck Dixon, you know, he had this marvelous story out, right? Wasn't offensive or anything like that, just basically tries to tell a story adapted from true life, right?
Yeah, which sounds interesting. I want to
exactly.
read it. You know.
And then you have directors and producers that actually want to make a good movie from actual stories from back to the original source and make a movie that's not full of garbage that Disney is trying to push out right now. So, and people seem to be very much resonating with it.
Well, look at that film we were talking about a few weeks ago about, was it Norway? And there's one black girl in it. Yeah. They're like, why? Where's the diversity? Well, there's hardly anybody with color in Scandinavia.
Right.
So exactly. It's sticking to a good narrative. It's like, no, they're telling a story. So it's like, there is companies doing out there. It's good to see, not, you know, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ledrod says,
sorry.
one sec. People never really wanted any of this myth to begin with. Only the cultists that infiltrated it wanted it. Yep. Yeah. To which Carla Burton says, yeah, that's exactly how I described it to my kids. It's going to be a black hole of movies no one watched. That's right.
And no hate on the blue and wee black hole. That's fun.
Yep. Nick Cage has been doing a lot of great movies of late, and it's a small studio stuff. Yeah, that
yes,
one put out earlier. What was it earlier this year?
Yeah.
The what was it? Something of insurmountable talent.
I still got to watch Remnant, which he played a vampire, and then
something like that. That was actually pretty good.
Well, he did the action one recently. It was like an ex-hitman or whatever, and it was so good.
I forget that one. Yeah.
So good though. Yeah. It's like, whoa. Like, he's killing it, and they're independent films. It's like, yeah,
exactly. So there's no better example of Disney's disregard for their own heritage or their disregard for their own audience than their current remake of their own classic film, Boring asserted. Walt once said about Snow White, to me, I thought it was the perfect story. I had the sympathetic dwarfs, I had the prince and the girl, the romance. I just thought it was a perfect story. Then he charged, unfortunately, the company Disney founded doesn't agree with their founder and visionary. Yeah, and that's quite clear. They're remaking their own iconic film nearly 100 years later, and they've decided to make some key changes. Their lead actress, the new Snow White, Rachel Ziegler, has summed it up saying, we're no longer 1937. We absolutely wrote a Snow White that is going to be that's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming of true love, and she's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, and the leader that her late father told her she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true. Shut up. So anyway, yes.
You're waiting for me to say something about this crazy shit.
Yes, because you've been silent long enough, and I can tell that you're itching to say something right now.
No, I'm not. Sometimes everyone else covers it really well, and I just sit here stunned. And I figured someone else must have a follow up to this one. I mean,
okay. Well, then that being said, Snail Messiah says, "Damn you, countryists, Denmark. We do not sound like Andre." Screw you, Denmark. We're the ones that sound like Lars Ulrich. Wait, you can think we're Norway. We sound horrible. Okay, good enough. So, but yeah, no, it's true for a company to basically do a complete 180 on what made them good in the first place. I mean, I don't know. Did somebody must have just taken a bunch of stupid pills, like the whole entire staff or something.
Pardon
like
my
that.
French,
So,
but you're an asshole.
Mike knows my secret.
I do. So, sort of. I'm just playing stupid
Batman?
right now. Yeah, he is.
No, about the stupid pills.
Yeah. So, I'm sorry I let your secret out. So while Disney still uses Walt's name, they've all but abandoned his legacy, he noted. Instead of telling stories about timeless truth, what the ancient fairy tales were all about, Disney's Snow White is an apology for their past and will expose children to the popular but destructive lives of the current movement or moment. Well, current movement on top of that too, which is why, in addition to announcing the launch of our kids' entertainment company, I also want to announce today that the company's first live-action feature film. It's a story about a princess and a prince, about beauty and vanity, about love and its power to raise us from death to life. It's our own adaptation of the ancient fairy tale. It's coming in 2024, and it's called Snow White and the Evil Queen, he concluded. There you go.
Good for them. I hope it does well. I hope it comes out. I hope they rake in the money.
Yep.
I think Rachel Ziegler should be in both. If she's in the second one as the evil queen, people would be like really motivated to see that, right?
It would be more to life.
Yeah.
So,
especially if it's like gets like Huntsman like in the middle, like Snow White and Huntsman in the middle, and it's like she just pulls out a knife. She's like, "Let's go, you like an alien. Come over here, you bitch."
Yep. No, exactly, Lenrod, which is unfortunately what an overwhelmingly high percentage of Gen Z girls are like. Yep.
Yeah. Or they could just do something truly original and stay far, far away from anything even remotely related to Hollywood.
Oh, God, yeah.
Just do their own thing.
Exactly. But that would be crazy.
The sad part is the Gen Z girls, they don't even think they're girls, a lot of them.
Well,
we saw that one that doesn't shave. We saw that one chick that doesn't shave her armpits. She's safe.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Nobody's going to touch her with a 10-foot cattle prod. So, but it's true. So,
yeah.
But no, I really hope that this movie goes somewhere for a change.
And I liked how she stated it won't be a mega conservative, so there's no politics in it.
Right.
She's not,
exactly.
It's not right, it's not left. It's just a film about a story of the prince and the princess, and yeah.
So they kind of had the whole Daily Wire movie production studio kind of had a misfire with that Gina Carano movie because that came and went. I don't think they really did a good job advertising it.
Fury in the Prairie, Fury in the Desert,
Terror on the Plains, or I forget what the name of it was.
Terror on the Prairie, something like that. I actually watched it. It wasn't too bad.
I like Gina. I think I'm a big fan of Gina. So
I was hoping it would do well because Gina Carano was pretty much given the shaft.
Ostracized for no reason.
I'd like to give it my shaft.
Gap with his insights here. Yeah, Leslie Jones is going to play the evil stepmother in Disney Snow White and the Deadbeats.
Yeah.
God, I like that. So, and Ben says, and casting Gal Gadot as the queen who's supposed to be jealous of Rachel's beauty. Yeah, exactly. I mean, how more stupid could you get? For God's sake,
one of the hotter women in Hollywood. Like, no.
They should have hired. Oh, I don't know, like maybe Kathy Griffin. I don't know. So that would have made more sense.
Yeah. It would have.
Oh, poor Kathy. I don't know if anybody's seen her recently. I don't know what happened to her. Oh.
Liberalism got to her.
She had too much surgery.
Liberalism.
So goodness.
That or maybe Bette Midler. I would have gone with Bette Midler as the evil queen. Yeah. Do Bette Midler. So. Oh God. Okay. So on to another news here. So because unfortunately, we got the Marvels coming out, and no, I'm not going to be covering the Marvels, thank God, because
well said. Unfortunately,
I know.
Yeah.
Well, it was a good choice of words, I thought, but but unfortunately, with Loki out right now, and no, I'm not going to be covering Loki because I don't want to sully anybody's mind any more than it needs to be. What comes after Loki is Deadpool 3. So, because as we know, that is going to be like leading up.
Loki.
Okay, good enough then. So Deadpool 3 director Sean Levy addresses Taylor Swift rumors, promises film has much more character depth and heart than I think anyone is expecting. What?
Oh, she is going to be in it then.
Taylor Swift? My God.
Either that or they know she's bigger than them, so they're just like, Taylor Swift is going to be in the movie, so don't worry about it. That's crazy shit.
Cap. Yeah, Kathy Griffin's going to be in the new movie called White Men Can Jump. So, Bette Midler would probably make a solid evil queen. Yes, I do agree with that. So, Snail Messiah, if I had money and making a film, I'd want Gina in it just because of how Disney screwed her over. She also looked adorable dressed as a beauty. Yeah, I'll give you that.
She's a good-looking woman.
Give you that. Yeah. So, Deadpool 3. So, Deadpool 3 director Sean Levy addressed recently the rumors surrounding Taylor Swift and made some promises concerning the upcoming film while promoting his upcoming Netflix drama, All the Light We Cannot See. Okay. Speaking with Josh Horowitz on his Happy, Sad, Confused podcast, Levy asked, how much heart and emotion is in Deadpool 3, Sean? So to which the director responded, I'm going to say this. You will laugh your effing load more than you think. Okay, I'm hoping that might be hopefully true. So because I was not exactly disappointed with Deadpool 1 or not really so much with Deadpool 2. And if it keeps the same string of jokes, let's put it that way, I hope this statement rings true.
I love Deadpool 1. That was brilliant, I thought, personally.
Yeah, Deadpool 1 wasn't bad. Deadpool 2 had its problems.
You did, but it was still fun.
Yeah, it was still fun. Yeah. I'm just looking at this. I'm getting more and more jaded and cynical. The needle on my apathy meter is starting to peg.
There we go.
Keep it rated R. That's number one. Keep it rated R.
And hail to Rancor Steve. How's it going? If she's in the film, she finally got a franchise that's bigger than her fame. Yeah, that's true. I'll give you that. So hopefully my bullshitometer doesn't go off. So he went on to say, one thing that Ryan Reynolds and I were really united in is wanting to make Deadpool 3 very much consistent and contiguous with the franchise DNA, but to see where we could evolve in this third movie. And once we knew it was a Wolverine / Deadpool movie, my God, what a gift to any storyteller, because not only do you have two icon actors playing their most iconic roles, but you have two characters whose dynamic is already famously fraught.
Who wrote that? Icons acting iconically. These iconic icons icon you in a Star Wars that you'll like. What the hell?
I mean, it does have history.
Well, no,
we go back to Wolverine, where it was a different version of Deadpool, but it was still there, which he mocked in the first Deadpool film, which I love.
I'm mocking the way they used they called this iconic icon. I mean, like that's like saying this. They use the same word as its own adjective and its
that's
own
something
noun.
Ryan would do himself. Let's be honest.
Who wrote this? J.J. Abrams?
Right. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe they're buddies. Vince Womack. Yeah, Swift will have just a cameo, just in 3, just like Brad Pitt had in 2. Yeah, I can see that. Where Brad Pitt was like, the invisible dude, until he got electrocuted. So maybe.
That was funny as hell.
Lenrod, I had to Google Taylor Swift. It's that person from the sports ball games.
She's pretty famous. I'll give her credit. I'm not a big fan. She's not bad, but
not a big fan of her either.
Right now.
She's 2/3 of the way there. She's up on a stage. There's music playing. She's scantily clad. It's just the next thing has to happen, and it never does.
So
and she's overrated. That's
I think everyone should just stand at the front of the stage holding out dollar bills.
Yeah, more than likely. Yeah, that's more accurate. So let me elaborate it. Anytime you're dealing with characters who start from a place of deep dislike and conflict and difference from each other, right? The mouth and the like surly iconic man of a few words. What a great formula of storytelling. Ultimately, the movie does have a much more character depth and heart than I think anyone is expecting, he promised. Yeah, well, I mean, because Wolverine and Deadpool do have a history together. Wolverine is more. I don't know.
Well, Deadpool is from his DNA. Let's be honest. Deadpool was derived from Wade Wilson, who got the DNA of Logan.
Oh, and hail Canadian Spider-Man! Yeah. How do you do?
Hey, Spidey.
They're tied together in a big way.
Yeah, there's quite a number of I don't know, years, decades worth of comic book history that they will probably end up just ignoring and doing whatever it is they want to do.
Probably, because this is
You're probably right. It sucks.
Yeah.
But Ryan pushes for that. He likes the original and he wants to tell, and he told a good story.
Right. And if Ryan Reynolds said he's actually read the comic books, he's familiar with all the characters, I would believe him.
And let's be honest, Ryan actually stole the costume off set from the first movie. He owns it. I kind of stole it and kept it home.
Plus, on top of that, it also helps that both Ryan and
Hugh,
Hugh are actually best buddies. On top of that, so
that's why he wanted him. He's like, "Come on, we want it."
So this gives me a bit more hope about this film, about how they're on top of that going to be interacting with each other on film, because they both can just totally, at the drop of a hat, just go into character so easily, right?
The only thing I hope on this, where Hugh Jackman always said in the past, if anybody remembers an interview, he said, if I ever get to be in the Marvel universe, he wants to work with Hulk, because he wants Wolverine Hulk to happen someday.
Oh yeah,
man.
That was
that
his
Incredible
dream.
Hulk. What was it? 191.
191.
They
battle
81. I want to say.
Yeah.
But they've retold that. Yeah, they've retold that storyline a couple of times, if I remember right.
Yeah, but are we gonna get? Yeah, because more than likely we might not get Hugh in the new MCU.
Right. Plus, let's
see. This
face
movie's
it.
Gonna be telling.
Yeah. Hugh Jackman is unfortunately getting older, so he could be at a point where he would have to be the role would have to go to a younger actor.
But Logan is old too. He's like 100-some years old. So.
Yeah,
that's true. So
don't reboot it. Just keep going forward as the sequel.
That's
what
right.
you had. It's like
Vince is right, and Deadpool was only made because Ryan leaked the test footage.
He did. I got that scene after he did.
That's right.
He leaked it, and people went crazy over it.
Yep. So the best of buds. I love that. So the director then appeared to confirm rumors that the film will feature a number of cameos from previous Fox X-Men films. Okay, well, I'm not minding that too much. He said, what blew my mind is excuse me, for some reason I got a loogie in the back of my throat. That blew my mind also is how easy some of those cameos have been. People love Deadpool, people love Ryan. Thankfully, people also seem to like my work. They know that Ryan and I are in a grove of creative brotherhood that is unique and seems to be working. I love the proliferation of casting rumors around my movies, because because there's so many that it's impossible to know what's real and what's made up, he asserted. This movie is starting with Ryan and Hugh, but definitely in some areas, some of whom the world knows about, Matthew McFadden, Emma Corrin, really just going to work is a delight. Okay. So.
Okay.
Interesting. I'm just wondering, who they're going to end up bringing in. That's going to be interesting from other X-Men movies. So, and if First Class is in its own kind of like quote unquote Fox universe as opposed to the original 3 movies.
Remember, they've cross-referenced those movies at one point.
I know, it's kind of weird though.
It is going to be strange because you've got competing versions out there.
Yep. So, anyway, Levy will go on to address recent rumors about Taylor Swift playing Dazzler, saying it sure escapes the lips of social media every day, and that's all I'm going to say. However, he did say that
is
Swift
an
playing
old
Dazzler.
freaking Dazzler's from like the disco era, like the early to mid 70s, and doesn't make it to the
70s and 80s.
But it sounds like a
70s and
great
80s.
idea.
Does she make it to the 80s? Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally
Good
makes
job on that. So yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. I could
can
actually see that. Yeah.
Yep. That would
I
be.
don't have a problem with it. I'm just shocked.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm moving from jaded and cynical to cautiously optimistic.
Yes. Yes. Same here.
I mean, this is the same outlook you had for Ahsoka, but that doesn't mean you'll get burned twice.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll still leave room to be disappointed.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you just gotta have to leave enough room. So it's like, yeah, I knew it. So later in the interview, Levy was asked about how the movie might have ramifications for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He responded, "I'm so wary of giving anything away because I've learned the hard way that with a few titles, like any Marvel title, everything and anything you say can lead to not only rumors but misinformation. I'll just say this, I'm very much part of the MCU," he confirmed. "What a privilege, what a wealth of resources and knowledge, but the biggest thrill for Hugh, Ryan, and I is that we're very much the movie we hoped to make." Or making the very much the movie we hope to make. So he continued, "One hears rumors all the time, good, bad, everywhere in between, about what certain studios are like to work at. I'll just say this. Deadpool movie co-starring Wolverine is very much aligned with the DNA of the Deadpool franchise, and there's been nothing but support in making the movie audacious, gritty, hilarious, and gnarly." Okay. Yeah, because I'm, like you, Republic, I'm very, very cautious about this because now this is all under Disney, right?
I understand when you guys are being cautious, but knowing Ryan and Hugh, but Ryan especially, he loves telling the story like this, and he's owned this character.
Right.
I think he's going to pull it off. I really do.
If he has anything to do with, creative control.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I don't know faith here. I think it's going to be fucking horrible. I'm sorry. I hope it surprised me.
Hey, and that's fine.
I like I like the New York Jets. All right. So I've seen some trash fires with my wife. Ain't that right, Ranker Steve?
Yeah.
At the hands of the Patriots.
No, and I don't blame you. So, Lenrod, appearance wise,
I'm not crazy for that.
Can she act? That's
very good question. Very good question.
We're talking about Britt Cooper.
No.
Taylor Swift playing the part of Dazzler.
Yeah.
After they added the assholes back onto the cats in the special when they pulled it from the theaters to make the cats more believable, then her acting seemed a lot better. And that was, I think, the real difference is the cats are too uncanny without assholes. So you got to see the movie both ways and spend 6 hours of your life watching Cats. It's not like it's a horrible play for people who hate plays that makes no sense. Check it out. It's great.
Yeah.
No, maybe we have no clue. We have no clue. All she does in that is like mime and sing. We have no clue.
Vince replies to Len, doubted. Many of singer think they can act because they do music videos. Very few succeed in both.
Right.
Yep, that's true.
If you're a natural performer, like there's a chance. Like, what is the show with Jethro? CSR? Is it NCIS? You know the goth chick with all the tattoos who does the autopsies?
Oh, yeah.
Is that CSI?
CSI Miami? You talking about that one?
Yeah, she's one of the primary shows. She was one of the first shows. She is like, she's a total goth chick. Her name is like Paulie Peretti.
Her. Yeah.
Right? And she's pretty and she's kind of the booby. She's got the Betty Page and they found her in punk music. And there was no problem because she was cast in this right Harley Quinn kind of role. Or she had the wardrobe, and for like something like 15 years, people accepted her in that role, and it made enough sense. So you can grab people from music. There are natural performers, but it's not a sure thing. Like you would think that like the people from the Partridge Family would be better actors or musicians, and like they're kind of mid at both.
I'll bring in a name that we talked about a few weeks ago. Cher actually is not a bad actress. Like
she has 2 Academy Awards.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, if you've got the talent, you can do both, but it is rare.
Yeah.
But Cher did like a variety show where sometimes she did some acting.
Yeah.
Granted, it was comic, but
Yeah.
Cher also like may have done something like, I don't want to praise Cher after what she said this week, but she is from a different time, and she might have had this ethic where they told her, like, you know, Cher, you're so pretty. People think that you should be in movies, and she was like, I don't know if I'm good enough to be in movies. Well, why don't you take acting lessons? That would mean admitting I didn't know what I was doing. So I'm going to admit I didn't know what I was doing and take some acting lessons. And she does great. And then someone like Rosario Dawson, it's like, you're going to be playing a sword-wielding Jedi character.
No.
Like,
yeah,
she has no idea what she's freaking doing. Baseball batting that freaking thing around. It didn't add to the realism. She looked like a baton twirler sometimes. And poor Hayden Christensen trying to sell it. I mean, at least one time people tried to be professional. There was an attempt there to deliver a believable character. Whether it worked or not, it didn't work for reasons other than laziness. Rosario Dawson was lazy.
Yeah. I want to say hey to Pacific 414 and Lenrod, Ice-T.
Ice-T.
That worked.
Really good actor.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Actually, Ice Cube has done some good roles. So
yes,
that's true.
That is true too. So
Friday's still awesome, but
oh yeah. The Deadpool 3 film is rumored to have a significant impact on the Marvel Cinematic Universe going forward. Scooper K.C. Walsh claimed in September Deadpool 3 is a lead up to Secret Wars. Realities are collapsing, and the TVA is picking up heroes from these dying worlds to put them in one universe, which could be, the new Earth battle world. So the Scooper added, Wolverine is chosen from the Fox universe and finds an imprisoned Deadpool. They start their adventure to save Wolverine's dying universe and friends. Interesting. So as from the tweet, Casey Walsh, Deadpool 3 is the lead up. Realities are collapsing, picking heroes from dying worlds, putting them in one universe. Okay, so to save Wolverine.
It's a trap.
Yeah, exactly right. So a separate rumor from Scooper Daniel Reichman from November 2022 claimed that the movie would see Owen Wilson appear in the film as his agent Mobius character from Loki. Yeah, as we discussed earlier. So because Miss Minutes and Mobius are going to be rumored to be making an appearance in the Deadpool 3 movie as well. So Scooper Jeff Snyder also claimed in March on the Hot Mic podcast, the rumor on the street is that Deadpool 3 is Deadpool sort of taking on the Time Variance Authority, and so as a result, I hear Owen Wilson's Agent Mobius and Tara Strong's Miss Minutes will be in Deadpool 3. I don't know if Loki is in Deadpool 3, he added, but Owen Wilson and Tara Strong are going to be. So, and apparently, can we get some toast? Scooper also alleges that Deadpool 3 will lead into Avengers Secret Wars. However,
this is going to be a disaster. Everything leading up. This is like a child building a ladder out of like stools and like boxes and toys to get to the cookies on top of the refrigerator, not realizing that there's like only 1 or 2 left, or the boxes like now holds like rat poison.
Right.
And you're gonna get hurt one way or another. This is infantile reasoning.
Kind of is.
So much. There's only so much you can cram into a 2.5 hour movie.
Yep, because he also knows that the film is not a setup movie, he asserts, just like Infinity War with its own contained story, but was integral for Endgame to ever happen. Deadpool will be the same to Secret Wars. Have faith in Sean Levy.
Okay, Secret Wars is going to present its own challenges because if they talk about the original Secret Wars, that's the point where Spider-Man, Peter Parker Spider-Man, got his black outfit. from a machine because his original costume got tore up. So this machine just gave him a new uniform, and it turned out to be the Venom symbiote. So that is going to be a completely different Venom origin than the one we got from Sony.
Yeah.
So are they going to try to tie in any other Sony?
That's the original one, though. That just really quickly. They went to change the Spider-Man look. The sales were going down a little bit, right? And I guess the overall trend was that the sales. So the idea was if we change the Spider-Man outfit, it'll be okay. And people effing hated the black outfit on Spider-Man. And what happened is Venom is made up later to get rid of that shit.
Right,
So
right. I know the storyline. I know the storyline. Yeah,
we got a great character out of it, Venom. I love Venom.
Yeah. It's also the black costume turned into Venom, which also tied Peter Parker Spider-Man to the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
So, I don't think we're going to see a comic book accurate Fantastic Four. We're not going to see a comic book accurate Venom because that ship has already sailed.
Or Sony. We might do the Venom origin story from from the Saturday morning cartoon from the 90s where it just hijacks a space shuttle with J. Jonah Jameson's son as the pilot.
Right.
But that's a legit origin story from the comics.
Right. Only time's gonna tell.
Yeah.
Not sure. So I don't know.
It's just throw everything in a pot and start stirring and see what happens.
Okay, exactly. 2 points on this. First off,
sure.
If you followed the first 2 Deadpools, Ryan's not afraid to call out BS. I think he'll make. I have a feeling there's going to be jokes making fun of Marvel and all this stuff.
Probably so.
I think Ryan will do that. But have you guys actually heard of the new story they're going to introduce as Spider-Man? They're going to rewrite Spider-Man. It could be interesting. Peter Parker.
They already did. How? Wait, they already radically rewrote Spider-Man. Radically.
Wait. Spider-Man now is going to get his powers, but he's already married with 2 kids. He gets them as an adult now.
What?
Is this using a different Spider-Man?
They're rewriting it. Peter Parker's going to get his powers as an adult. He's got the beard and everything. I showed the picture of it, actually.
Okay, so he's going to be a 30-something?
30, 40, and he's got 2 kids, and his wife, Mary Jane, is married. And so it's different, I guess. So.
No kind of Spider-Man I recognize.
But that's the new direction they're going in with the comics, I think. So.
That is deeply shocking.
Canadian Spider-Man, we're not talking Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But I think Ryan could do good for this. I have faith in Ryan.
I think he could. He could. Yeah,
I'm hoping so.
He'll take the pot shots that need to be taken.
If it was anyone but him, yeah.
Yeah, but Ryan, I think, can make something of this.
But by the way, I was watching someone game Spider-Man 2, and they had a great stream playing the game. And then later on, they had a stream that was a little more average, right? And when they did the second stream, someone started mocking them from 1,000 views down to 3 because you're playing this woke bullshit. And I'm like, the game mechanics of the game is fine. How is it the fault of the game? It really was fun to watch him play. Was it fun? The cutscenes in the story, were they great? No, but I mean, you're gonna burn the game reviewer or the gamer at the stake for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's have some freaking decency here. It's just someone trying to play a game. They're not advocating the game, and in fact, you can see for yourself for the price of YouTube, which can be free, whether or not you agree with this game. Don't go burning the reviewer. That's like saying that the team with the best announcers will win the Super Bowl every year, and the team with the worst announcers will lose. It's not the fault of the review. Don't go bashing the reviewers. That's crazy.
Exactly.
And
but I do think the Spider-Man game was divisive, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Now, minus the story, Insomniac did it has some of the best web slinging physics in any game. It means feeling like when you go with Spider-Man, you feel like you're actually slinging. Like you can't go too high. You're going to be in the building. It's perfect. Some of the best web slinging just amazing. The physics as Spider-Man, you feel like you're Spider-Man going through New York. It's so good. So nice. I suggest trying it. The original one, anyway. Insomniac Games has made Spider-Man so perfect. I think they've now make a Superman game or something else, and because it's amazing. So the storyline, I don't know part 2, but the physics, it's like playing as Spider-Man. It really is good. So
Okay, guys. So, seeing how I'm not going to forget
cartoon
week, cartoon time.
Cartoon
All
time.
right.
Here we go.
Cartoon time. Okay, folks.
Here we go.
So you didn't ask for it, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. So here we go.
Oh boy.
Oh, what the hell is that?
Let me out of here, you stupid bastards!
Yo! Yayo! Dreaming! Don't give it up, Lupe! Dreaming! Don't give it up, Solo! Dreaming! Don't give it up, Nami! Dreaming! Don't give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up!
High school prom on a boat, pretty cool, huh? At least all the white people can blame their inability to dance on sea turbulence. Come on! You're right here, throw it! Wow, you suck at this! Oh my god, Fred, you suck! Huh? Oh no. Fred, you suck! Oh shit, yeah, pirates on the starboard bow. Oh, you tricked me!
Listen up, boys. Take everything you can and leave no survivors.
Let's go!
Pillage and rape. It's gonna be a good morning.
Where am I going now? Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
Hey, you. Why aren't you out there fighting?
I'm like 6, I don't even know what's going on!
That's no excuse.
Oh, child abuse!
All right, everyone. Wait, stop. Guys, stop. Just stop. Stop. Everyone calm down. Oh, come on, where are you even running to? It's a boat! What are you doing out there? Let me out of here.
Oh, hold on a second, I got you.
Trying to plunder our plunder, huh? You got balls, kid. Balls.
Yeah, but they haven't descended yet.
Balls. Yeah! Oh God, I killed him! I won't go back to prison! My butthole can't take that abuse! Looks like I've got to kill all the witnesses! Did you see that one, lad? His pancreas came right out his tear duct!
Well,
Shut your mouth, boy! We have important work to do! Hey there, missy, where do you think you're going? My only weakness, my balls! How did you know? Can't kill on an empty stomach!
who are you exactly?
Me? My name's Monkey D. Luffy. That's right, my first name is Monkey. My parents hated me.
Well, my name's Kobe and...
Oh, Cody, I don't care.
It's
Now, come
Kobe.
on. Those passengers aren't just gonna kill themselves, you know.
All right, boys. My fat ass fell through the floorboards again.
Oh, shit, Cody, they're everywhere.
They don't make them like they used to.
You're a fat bitch, you are.
Oh, that is it.
Come on, Cody, we're leaving.
What the heck?
Take that, and this, and some of this. Huzzah! Roll 4, take your base. Damn it, that was terrible.
Get him!
Oh, no, run away. Heck? Gotcha now, you bastards! Victory! Now what did you go and do that for? You should know one thing about me. Everything is made of rubber. And before you even ask, yes it is.
What the hell are you talking about?
My father was a chest tube and my mother was a rubber band. You do the math.
Luffy, you are the strangest boy I've ever met.
Boy, I'm 45 years old, lad.
But you look like you're 16.
You try getting wrinkles being made of rubber. Oh, that is it! I am rubber and you are fat! Don't you dare touch my hat! Oh, what is it now? Oh no, they found me!
What did you do that was so terrible anyway?
I've been making internet parodies!
Oh my god, you're the worst kind of criminal.
Cody, take care of things!
No, wait, I'm coming with you.
Do what you want, lad! I'm out of here!
And so begins another grand adventure of the tales of One Piece.
And there you go.
I am made of rubber. You're fat. Don't ever touch my hat. That was
what did you do? That was so bad. I've been making internet parodies. Oh no.
That was my favorite. That was my favorite joke. You're the worst kind of criminal, the one that makes internet parodies.
I really got to see the original series.
Oh God, yes. And they were so accurate to the Netflix series. I'll tell you that much. So
yeah.
Oh, there we go. Okay, guys. As we're time to land this plane, I'll bring up your info to share with the world. Okay, Admiralty, what you got going on, dude?
Okay, my name is Admiral Teague. I'm going to be on in a little while, right after this, at 5:40 Eastern Standard Time. Gives me a chance to splash some water in my face. My show's called Saving Star Trek, but we do all pop culture. Today, we have my friend Appion on, and we're going to be taking some time to watch his favorite episode. He picked this one. It's A Matter of Honor from, I think, season 2, where they make Riker an exchange student with the Klingons.
Nice.
It's going to be fun, and we're we'll talk about it, and we'll talk about a lot of the stuff we talked about here. So I hope you all come join me. That's my channel in the chat. I'm your buddy Admiral Teague.
Do it now.
And I'm sober. And I'm sober this week.
Oh, you're sober.
I'm sober today.
Today,
awesome.
not this week, but today.
Exactly.
Oh, wait! Hold on. The Star Trek version. Ready? Oh, it takes a saying. I'm not going to get drunk today. Better for you. Better for me. Better for all of us.
But tomorrow is another day.
Yep.
Never stop.
I don't have to, I'm not on the air tomorrow, so yeah, I might just drink after my show.
Oh, man. And the classic geek left this Tom. What do you got going on?
Stay tuned for that. Eventually, that is going to be the name of the. Okay, it's misspelled, but it's going to be the name of the channel. I'm working on it. I want to get all the social medias up. I like to be pre-prepared. Got to create I'm still calling it Twitter. I'm never calling it X. So you got to create a Twitter, you got to create an Instagram, you got to create the YouTube of sorts, the Rumble, and once I get everything all set and combined, and then eventually we're going to start going live with my new invention, like Foggy Brains. I have 8 years doing Foggy Brains, so I got a YouTube experience. But it's time to try something new, trying to spread the wings and delve my feet into something else. So
very cool.
Yeah. Pop Culture Republic.
Yes.
What do you got going on?
Oh, new stuff coming. I'm slowly getting through this crazy month, so I'm going to have more free time to do more live streams and more videos because I've gotten out of the swing of doing things. Time being what it is, and craziness that's been going on with me the past month. So yes, more stuff coming.
More stuff.
Talk about anything and everything pop culture related: movies, TV shows, comic books, novels, K-dramas, anime.
I'm happy it de-crazied for you because you have a good show. People need to hear more of it.
That's right.
Very good show.
And a good job you do there, lad.
I'm a fan. All alerts are turned on for PCR.
Even if it's 1 a.m. in the morning.
Exactly.
It's already 4 by me. I've gotten up again to do my next day's work. Everyone knows I sleep for 15 minutes a day and 7 straight hours on Sunday.
All right.
Super.
Listen, I got a question for everybody in the room, if you don't mind, Mike, just asking quickly. To my fellow geeks, now I'm going to be doing the talking head stuff as well, but do you think me adding video game streams once a week to it would be too far-fetched or something different? Or do you think that would fit the narrative as well?
I fear YouTube. I fear the algorithm.
I've wondered that as well because I now have a PC with a video card that can handle gaming. So I have been contemplating doing a video game a week.
Yeah, that's not like the old Let's Plays type thing.
I'm thinking. I started another channel. If I do gaming, I'm going to do it on that. I would advise you guys do the same thing. And get that other email to change the email source of what your channel is from. Because if you made it off the wrong email, that's doxy, guys.
Right now,
get smart here.
The classic under one email. I'm actually waiting to transfer to my old email, but there's a waiting day of 7 days, blah, blah. But yeah, I used to have Dragon Thomas streaming years ago, but I'm thinking, I don't know.
But I do think gaming. Well, I would watch you game. I think you'd be a fun gamer. But yeah, I would be afraid of my analytic, especially with what YouTube's been doing lately.
I'll just rebirth the Dragon Thomas. That was a fun gaming channel. I had to Twitch.
Okay.
And I had a few others. So,
by the way,
that's cool.
Mike, a huge thank you to you and everyone else who's been. We've all like if I've said this on my show, we'll say it again. All of us who are independent creators are working together to try to overcome whatever this algorithm changes. It is what it is. This is the life we chose for ourselves, but we are all working together hard to try to get through it and still bring you the same quality entertainment.
That's right.
You know what? I feel good after we see those group chats where everyone's willing to help each other out and go into the mat for each other.
I know.
We'll beat this. Come on, robot. We got you.
Just a good thing. And with that being said, I want to say hi or thank you to everybody that was in the chat today. I want to say thank you to Killer Rabbit from Space that was here. First one in here. Lenrod as well. Vince Womack. Ray Lucard also as well. Das Wolfen was here. Wendy Trauma Warrior. Hopefully she is still lurking about, which I'm sure that she is, of course. Gap After Dark as well. Carla Burton all the way in Kiwi country. And who else do we have here? Snail Messiah, of course, all the way.
Vince Womack with the key advice on the gaming channel, concurring with the Admiral. Appreciate that, my friend.
Exactly.
Snail Messiah is here.
John Rendell, Snail Messiah, Ray Lucard, Igor was also here. And because I don't like leaving anybody out, as you know, because I want to thank all of you. So that come here and partake in our madness, because you know that's what it's all about. It's only to stop going crazy. Who else was here? God, I'm trying to go through everybody.
I always picture you holding a mirror and looking at it when you're saying this.
We'd like to thank
Pacific 414.
The ghost of Pope Benedict. Thank you for coming by, Pope Benedict. Good to see you again.
Thank you.
You raised your right arm. You raised your right arm with practice aplomb, sir.
Yeah.
Exactly. And Brett Cooper, if you're watching this, call me.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, me too. And Sydney Watson, you can call me.
Yeah. And that didn't make it awkward at all. So to everybody on this panel, to all of you guys out on the chat, whether you're on YouTube or Rumble, thank you very much for tuning in. Stay tuned next week for Titillating Tuesdays. Please hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe if you are not subscribed, and we will see you next week. So to everybody out there, thank you, and we bid you
adieu. Hey, saving Star Trek in about 35 minutes. In about 30 minutes.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to all these gentlemen.
Yeah.
And like and subscribe to each other if you're creators. We love you all.
Yes.
Definitely.
And be careful and have a great, great day.
Later, all. See ya.
There's no one left but me and him. When next we meet in Frankenstone, don't come alone.